the biggest investment is in yourself. I'm going to tell you it's worth it. Whatever you need to do to invest in yourself is worth it, because no one can take that knowledge from you. No one. I can build any business right now with the knowledge that I have. I don't care what it is. What you sell, girl, I could tell that. I could build that start all over online and do it, because I built relationships. And the reason why I'm big on marketing and branding yourself and building relationships, because it doesn't matter what business you have or start or service. If you have relationships, people will follow you. And so that is the most important part of building a business. So here's why relationships are the key to successful businesses. I can answer one question when I'm done. So yes, on TikTok, you can put your question and I'll scroll back through at the end to see if I can answer your question. Only if it's a business question, I'll be able to help you. So yes, and so these are key factors. Oh, hello, gorgeous. Thank you so much for joining me. Your most important asset is your network. You better write this down. So Jerusha said, your most important asset is your network, okay? Not your virtual, your real one. So you're developing relationship like Yvonne and Stephanie and Living Life 60s. Like, I'm developing a long-term relationships with people. And so you got to make sure you're doing the same thing if you're building an online presence, if you're becoming an online influencer, if you're building an online business, you got to fall in love with the peoples, okay? So business transactions are between two real human beings. And so when I say, hashtag pretty people, get your pretty people tea, that's only because I have a relationship with you that you would probably do that. And so you see people all the time selling something, but you don't necessarily jump on board because you don't quite know the person yet. You got to watch the person a couple of times, see if the person is giving you value. You got to communicate with the person, see if they communicate back. All of those things are happening. Your business is only as strong as its people. Write that down. Your business is only as strong as its people. You have to love on the people. You're my people. So therefore, easy, I guess, I'm going to say easy, simple. Let's not say easy. Easy, I guess, reasons why it's necessary to build new relationships. Number one, relationships create loyalty. Some of you know, if you follow me, I am present every Tuesday at 1:30 on my business page. I started that 2018 consistently. Every Tuesday, 1:30, I show up on my business page, sharing business tips, sharing what I know for sure. Yes, I know you probably tag and share somebody with right now. Yes, go ahead and do that. Share and tag. Yes, because when I share like this, you share. That's how we change the world. Knowledge is the new rich. So go ahead and share. Number one thing is, if you follow me, I built that relationship every Tuesday at 1:30. I showed up. So not only was I loyal to you, I was consistent and I acknowledged you. Okay. So that's the first thing. Relationships create loyalty. Loyalty is about people who stay true to you behind your back. So I'm not going to talk about Elaine. I'm not going to talk about, Eva. I'm not going to do that because I'm loyal. I love showing up for people who want to learn. Let me say that I have very little patience for people who don't want to learn, but they talk about they want to change, but they don't really want to change. Very little patience. That's my word of the year, patience. Okay, so we all have those people that we work with, like, stop saying you want to change, but you're not changing. Just do it already. Do it. Stop talking about it. Do it. The second thing I can tell you, relationships create an image. So how do you want people to see you or your brand? And so if you have a brand, how are people seeing your brand? What's the image, you project if you're coming online? If you're starting new conversations, we're in the month of April. Every single one of you that said you're on this journey with me for the month of April, we're talking to 10 new conversations. We're starting 10 new conversations every day for the month of April. It's not over until it's over. We're still doing it. I'm still doing it. I'm still looking for your 10 in the chat that you did it. You don't stop because you're sleepy. You don't stop because you're tired. You keep building relationships. You continue to start new conversations. And then you're not looking for just the results. The problem with most people, they get so frustrated, okay? They do just enough to get frustrated, but never enough to see results. You better write that down. They do just enough. I was doing it. You stopped. Why? You have to keep going. You have to continue to post great content. You have to give value to the world. You have to do it. So, how do you want people to see you and your brand? What's the image you project? Okay. Now, if you don't know yet, you're like, well, I don't know. Okay. You got to look at what you're posting. So, if I went to your page, what would it tell me? Like, if I go to your page, am I going to be like, oh, she likes to share spiritual things? Oh, okay. If I go to your page, oh, okay, I can tell she has children. Okay, she is the person that teaches you how to, remember yesterday we talked about how to get your children sleep in 5 minutes so you can get your work done. Oh, she's a mompreneur. Oh, like what is your page telling me? And it shouldn't say I sell. The page should not say that. If you want to repel people, go to social media continuously telling them you got something. That's the worst thing, in my opinion, you can do, because people run from it. Because they're like, oh, I didn't come to social media for you to sell me. Although I like to buy, most people like to buy, they just don't like to be sold to. Now, you like me, like I teach in my 3-day ride, you want to mostly tell a story. You want to market and brand in a way that you're attracting people. You want to be curious, right? Make people so curious. They're like, well, what is the product? If you're telling them all the information, they don't need to ask you. They can just Google it, right? And so when you build relationships with people online, thank you so much for the hearts, heart me up. When you build relationships, it's easier to offer your thing because you have a relationship, all right? And so it's harder when you see people just randomly posting a flyer, right? Buy this tea, and it's random. And then you just scroll. Do you go buy the tea? If you go buy the tea, just randomly scrolling, and you say, oh, it's a tea, I'm gonna buy it. Do you do that? Put in the chat. Yeah, I do that. Say yes, you do that. Or no, you don't do that. Put in the chat. No, you kind of scroll for a little bit. Right? Yeah. And you might like the person's and come back, but do you buy the tea right then? Okay, when you see someone constantly, hey, I have this tea, hey, I have this tea, hey, I have a tea, everything they post, oh, it's tea, it's tea. And I'm not picking on nobody with tea. Tea just came to mind, so let me just say light bulb. Oh, I got this light bulb, I got this light bulb, and whatever it is, then they just like, oh, okay, that's all this person's posting. They're not serving. I can't get anything from this person's page. I'm not getting anything. People are coming to social media to get, let's be clear. You're coming to get something, whether it's inspiration, whether it's motivation, whether you're coming to get something, to be entertained, to laugh. You're coming to get something, right? To make you feel good inside, to learn something. Okay, you remember the 4 E's that I talked about. They're coming to be entertained, whatever that entertainment looks like. They're coming to be educated, to get. These are I'm getting something. They're coming to be empowered, getting something, or they're coming to engage, finding new friends, building relationships. They're coming to get something. What are you giving? Or are you trying to get? See? So if you build a relationship with people, people will share your stuff. People will tag other people. People will talk about you and say, hey, this word of mouth still works. Like, hey, this is girl named Jerusha. She shared motivation, inspiration, and business tips. That's my entire brand on all of the platforms. I'm not leaving that brand and I'm over here doing something else and I got people confused. If you stop on the page, you know what you're going to get. Motivation, inspiration, and business tips. Something that I love to do. Okay. So you want to make sure that when people are talking about you, they want to share, like, yes, please share this. Oh, did you hear she said this? You want to be talked about, right? So an easier way to build relationships is to tell your true story sometimes and not going online to only sell your light bulb. And so if I tell you that there's this restaurant, true story, there's this restaurant called Thai Jasmine that I love. They have the best coconut shrimp and I can eat their food every week. I mean, it's fresh. It smells good in the restaurant. And so it's in Fayetteville, Georgia. I just love it, right? And if I go there, I can post a picture like, oh, love this place. I am actually selling, right? But I'm telling a story that when me and my husband like, oh, you want some Thai food? Oh, let's go to Thai Jasmine. Let's go to Thai Jasmine. So that is telling you a story. And I'm also giving word of mouth of this restaurant that we love that's really good. And if you're that person that loves Thai food, you will love it. Now, with your thing, same thing. If you are coming online to say something, this light bulb is iridescent, it it's the best lighting for your lives, whatever the light bulb does, you're telling people why you love it. Okay, as opposed to saying, here's the price, buy it. Tell them why you love whatever it is that you love, because it works. Does this make sense? Yes or yes? Yes, and people will give you referrals. And the last thing I can tell you about relationships is when you build relationships closely with people, if you're building a team, if you're in network marketing and direct sales, is relationships create a top-notch team. So as a entrepreneur, you must create a atmosphere and culture conducive to develop a strong sense of teamwork. People like to work with people that's going somewhere. So if you're building a team, you need to make sure that everybody feels like they're family. That's what I try to do. I'm like, you're a part of Leadership Express. You're a part of my team. I'm building 100 new online leaders. You want to be a part of the 100? You want some? Yes, you want to be a part of the 100. I want them to feel like family. I want them to know they can contact me. I'm not like, oh, you can't contact me. No, let's talk about it. What is it that you need? How can I service you? People will work and be a part of what you're building if they feel, right? If they feel like you value them, they will do it. But if it's still all about you going to your next rank, going to your next career level, it's really about you, then they're like, well, what am I getting out of this? Because remember, people are coming to get something. What am I getting out of this? Oh, you want to rank up. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm not doing it. But if you find out and say, we're on a team, there's no I in team. How can I help you? What is it that I could do for you? What goals do you have? Oh, you want to make an extra $500? I can show you how to make an extra $500. Do this, and this. Now, it doesn't mean they're always going to do it, because a lot of people just talking. They think they want to do it, but when they actually have to do it, then they don't do it. That's why you got to talk to a lot of people. That's why our goal for the month of April was start 10 new conversations. Some will, some won't, some wait, some watch. So what? Ask. Write that down. Some will, some won't, some watch, some wait. So what? Ask the next person and the next one, because you're looking for the ready right now. You're looking for the people that's ready to be on a team that's moving forward. You're looking for her. And so you got to sift through, you got to weed out the folk and keep the people. You got to sift through some people, okay? Because you have a lot of people, right? A lot of people avoiding the actual work. It's the avoidance of pain. Like if I say, like now, I told all of you, talk to 10 new people every single day. Now, some people tried to do it. Some people like, ooh, I can't do it. Some people are scared to do it. Some people still thinking about doing it, right? Okay. So the ones that did it was like, okay, I'm jumping in. They actually took action. It wasn't just a decision. They acted on that decision. And so what you want to make sure that you're doing is you're looking for people that's ready to move. You're looking for those people ready to act, to take action. You want the movers and the shakers. You're not looking for that. You look, oh, you want to be a part of this team? I'm looking for people that are ready. They want to be loyal. They want to build relationships. They want to have fun, because I like to have fun. They want to laugh and they want to make money. What? You're my people. Girl, you want to have some fun and make money? Let's do it. You're looking for those people that is not afraid to work hard. You're looking for her, which is very few, but they're there. They are there. So don't forget to start those 10 new conversations today. Do it today. Okay? Now, this is the thing. I can tell you the best advice, write this down. Start reaching out to new people and build relationships. Stop being interesting and start being interested. Okay, I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. The best advice I can tell you today about relationships: one, start reaching out, like we said, to 10 new people every day, building relationships. You're not contacting them. Here's my flyer. Here's my website. That's not what I said. I said you're going to start new conversations, right? Because if you start the conversation selling, they're gone. They're ignoring you. That was not the plan. The plan is to start the relationships. Eventually, you're going to get to what you want, right? You're not going to beat around the bush and waste time, but that shouldn't be your first message. So stop being interesting and start being interested. A pretty person is putting this in the chat for me. I know. I love you too for doing that. Did they help somebody today? Yes. Hashtag helpful. If this was helpful for you today, now you know I need to build more relationships. Now you know, oh, every day I got to start over and build new relationships. Every day, because there's so many people. There's an unlimited amount of people. Listen, there's an unlimited amount. It's not a shortage of people. There are people who need your product, need your services, need your opportunity. You just haven't spoken to them yet. Start building relationships. Hashtag relationships. And so the reason that you're here is because we have a what? Relationship.